heart surgery in February, but he was back in the office in March. He's back healthy as the head coach, and he's got a Spiders team that he's pretty excited about what they have the potential to be, despite a lot of new faces. 8 newcomers to this Richmond team. That's tied for the most in any of the 19 seasons under Chris Mooney. Gonna watch Neil Quinn, one of the best passing bigs, maybe even in the country, matched up against Quinten Post inside. 7 foot against 7 foot. First opportunity for Quinn is good at the bucket.
Well, Quinn has been really reliable over the last couple years for Richmond since coming over from Lafayette. And you said it, he's a great passer, but he can score as well. And he went one-on-one with Post. We'll see if BC elects to double him at any point.
Chance inside, Devin McLaughlin, who also had to step up into a big roll down at the Citadel, and he is fouled. Spiders team, we mentioned the 8 newcomers, 5 of them freshmen, 3 key transfers coming in as well. They really take a lot of threes. That's been evident last year. It's evident so far this season as well, and they shoot them well. Picked 11th in the A-10, but even just 2 games in, feel like there's a chance to maybe even exceed that.
Certainly do, and the big reason is 91.5 points per game, right? And they've made 11 threes, 11.5 actually, through the first 2 games on average, but also getting almost 50 points in the paint per game.
King sends it around for Quinn. There's that back cut on the pass. Richmond will throw a lot of cuts through their Princeton offense. It's kind of Princeton plus almost, you could call it. It's got a lot of the Princeton schemes, but then sort of modernized into 2023. Claudel Harris fakes once and is fouled. That is Delani Hunt, the senior, who came in as a transfer from Wagner, who was called for the foul.
You mentioned the 2 7-footers in the post with Post and Quinn, but BC has size advantage at the guard positions with Harris and Zachary have about 3 inches on both Hunt and King.
Here's Harris for 3. That's good. Be big if the Eagles could get Claudel Harris Jr. going, the transfer from Charleston Southern, who was 2nd in the Big South last year in scoring. Good 3-point shooter. Still trying to find that stroke early in the season and knocks down an early one. Noyes off the handoff from Quinn, and Noyes answers from 3.
Well, Quinn averages 5.5 assists per game. He was at just about 3 last year, so way up from that total already. And that time the handoff and also kind of set the screen to free up Noyes for the 3 at the same time.
He had 7 assists in the opener against VMI. Richmond with an absolutely dominant win in game number 2 against Siena, 90-48 last time out. McLaughlin no good from 3, and the rebound goes down to Hunt. And Richmond, who likes to run, here is King for 3. That's off the mark. Rebound off of Zachary. Comes down to Aligbe. And here's Quinten Post in transition. Post against Quinn. Good find for Devin McLaughlin.
Well, we talked a lot about 1 7-footer and his ability to pass. How about the guy on the other side? Post off to such a nice start to the year with his scoring, but that time, good feed after getting pinned along the baseline.
Quinten, who had a career-high 31 points in the opener against Fairfield and was in foul trouble a bit against the Citadel, just 10 points, though you could say he still found 10. King once no, 2nd time is fouled by McLaughlin.
Well, Quinten Post, not just a big man who operates in the interior, takes Quinn off the dribble, got pinned along the baseline, and a good cut by McLaughlin, who Earl Grant was so happy with the way he played down at the Citadel. He said he's always a warrior, but truly that day he was a warrior for us, and a big reason BC was able to escape that game with a true road victory.
Career-high 35 minutes for McLaughlin. Here's Jordan King, a transfer from Eastern Tennessee State, where he played the last 2 seasons. Started his career with 2 seasons at Siena, a native of Albany. 22 points a game in his first 2 this year, and 1 of 2 at the foul line. And he'll put a little bit of a press on. The Spiders have really done a good job creating turnovers. 7th best nationally in steals per game through the first week, averaging more than 12 steals per contest. Harris thought about it against King. McLaughlin inside. That's poked away, but out of bounds. Aiden Noyes coming over to help on the defensive post.
You know, it's not just the steals. Obviously, that's a great number, but they're also plus 11.5 in the turnover margin per game. So not only turning their opponents over, but not doing it themselves.
Just 4 to shoot for Boston College. Post gets it off for 3. That's short side left and out of bounds. So possession to Richmond.
Really the major curiosity for me in this game is how does each team approach defending the other 7-footer? And that was the first time we've seen a double come, and they knocked the ball away before it could get to Post, and then BC has to rush up a shot late in the clock.
King on the drive. It spins around for Bailey. Jai Bailey pulling away from Zachary. Now King with a handoff, and Quinn is right there inside. Richmond scores a ton from 3 and a ton right underneath the bucket, and a big reason why is Neil Quinn.
If you only took Richmond's points in the paint against Siena, and every other point they scored did not exist, they would have won the game 50-48. So they can score in there.
Just a dominant performance in game number 2 of the season. Posted 90 in each of their first 2 games this year. Quinn again spins around Post, goes up. What a start for Neil Quinn, the senior from New Jersey. Started his career at Lafayette, where he was a second-team All-Patriot League selection his final year before coming into Richmond last season. Good heavyweight battle between the 2 7-footers. Post backing down. Quinten spins back right. Nice little move, but not there. McLaughlin at a piece of the rebound, but Quinn still manages to find it.
It's rare to see Post miss a shot early in the season. 16 of 22 from the floor coming into tonight.
10-7 lead for Richmond early. Quinn with 6 points plus an assist. He's got 8 now. What a start for Neil Quinn, already 1 point shy of his season high.
You mentioned second-team All-Patriot League that year. 15 points, 7.5 rebounds, 4 assists. You wonder how that was not first-team All-Patriot League.
Last year, he averaged 9.5 points, just under 3 assists, led the team in assists. Here's Zachary on the drive. Jaden Zachary not there. It's a couple of good looks at the rim that have not fallen in the early going for Boston College. Richmond 5 of 8 from the floor to start. Boston College 3 of 8. And the offense is going to go through number 32 in blue. He hands off for Hunt. Hunt for 3. A little bit short with the defense from Claudel Harris.
Good job fighting through that screen by Harris. It's like running through a mountain when you try and get around Quinn.
Post slips around the screen, needs help. Aligbe with 13 to shoot for Boston College. Prince on the drive, stops, goes up, is blocked. Neil Quinn, talk about having an impact in the early portion of the game. 8 points, 4 of 4 from the floor, an assist, a rebound, and a block in 6 minutes. With quite the start.
He certainly has been off to a good beginning. 4 of 4 from the floor. He's had a rebound and assist. Didn't get credited with a block, but altered a shot on the other end of the floor, and he's shown everything he can do. Footwork in the post against Quinten Post, and also stepping out and hitting a jump shot just beyond the free throw line.
Post inside, right off the inbounds. Good little slip play there, and Quinten Post is on the board.
Well, the first shot we showed you coming out of break there was Quinn on the bench, and you wonder if 12 for BC is going to feast when Quinn is getting a rest at the moment.
There's a pull-up jumper for King that's good. So Jordan King with his first field goal. Richmond brings in Mike Walls, the sophomore center, who is 6'11" in his own right. So still pretty good size off the bench here. Chaz Kelly, Donald Hand in the game for Boston College. Post feeding inside McLaughlin with the catch around the double team, and McLaughlin at the rim is no good.
It was the right decision, though, because McLaughlin's got a couple inches and about 40 pounds on Jason Roach, who's guarding him, just couldn't finish the layup.
So 14-9, the Richmond lead in the early going. Here's Walls for 3. That's a little bit off to the right. And Devin McLaughlin has another rebound. Eagles in transition. Harris passes up on the 3, instead drives. And looks for help with Chaz Kelly. Post against Walls. Quinten Post is blocked. Mike Walls stayed with him all the way. First block of the season for the sophomore.
He had a real nice game against Siena. So did everybody from Richmond, but certainly a good second option in the post for Chris Mooney.
Six to shoot for Richmond. King around his man. Thought about the three, instead drives. King to the bucket. Early 5 points for Jordan King.
Talk about the first impression that he made on Richmond fans. He scored 27 points in the first half of his first game with Richmond against VMI to start the year.
Donald Tan, who had a really strong game against the Citadel, also a Boston College high in points, was stopped at the rim. At 14 points in 26 minutes. Free ball no good from Mikel Tyne. Another try, though. That's in and out from the near side. Jason Roach that time, the junior from Berkeley, California. Post for three. That rattles off. Quinten was 5 for 6 in the opener for three against Fairfield. Donald Hand gets the assignment of King. And a whistle and a foul on the floor with 11:17 remaining in the first. Good start for Richmond, shooting 50% from the floor and a 7-point lead.
Your hair is damaged.
Well, the first 4 minutes or so, at least the first media window, was about Neil Quinn. The second grouping to the media window was about Jordan King, the grad student from Albany. Came in from Eastern Tennessee State, was third team All-SoCon last year, averaging nearly 16 points a game. Really good at driving the basketball and just drew a foul there. He's got 5 points as well.
Yeah, certainly a big-time scorer in his career at 3 different locations now. He scored more than 1,300 points as a collegiate.
Here's Tyne, good pass. And a hard foul as Quinn. I guess anything when you're 7 feet going to the ground feels hard.
BC's gotten lost a couple times on dribble action to the rim and then secondary cuts. That looked like a screen and roll where Quinn found himself open, frustrated with himself for not making the layup, but still gets 2 free throws here.
That was Armani Mighty, the sophomore, called for the foul. Neil Quinn, who played with the Irish national team this summer in FIBA Eurobasket 2025 pre-qualifiers. His dad was born in Ireland, which allows him to have Irish eligibility. It'll be interesting to see how both of these coaches are able to use their 2 7-footers. This Quinten Post is going to come right back in here. And it's sort of a case where if Quinn's in, Boston College probably feels like Post has to be in and vice versa.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that. And the difference, I think, between the two is while Quinn can score, we've seen that tonight, maybe that's not his #1 trait. Maybe that's not the thing Richmond relies on him the most for, whereas obviously Quinten Post is Boston College's #1 scoring option.
Aligbe off the press break, inside to Post, who's fouled. Had the size advantage there with Post up against Isaiah Bigelow, the grad student from Greensboro, North Carolina. In his second year with the Richmond program after coming in from Wofford. So 2 free throws coming up for Quinten Post. 4 of 5 from the foul line to begin the season. Eagles showed against the Citadel they can win without that big scoring game from Post. But certainly he is a crucial piece of everything that Boston College wants to do. Post was in foul trouble early in that game. On the road in a hostile environment, you don't always get the true road games of Power 5 this early in the season. When 1 of 2 at the line.
Yeah, it's one of those things where going into it, you're probably a little nervous going down to a place like that, and then you come out with a victory, a lot of teaching lessons, and as you said, BC proved a lot of things.
Nice pass. There is the skill of Neil Quinn as a passer, and he finds the cutter, then it's turned over and put right back in by Hunt, and all of a sudden, Richmond has opened up an 11-point lead with still more than 10 minutes to go in the first half.
Talk about a team that's come to play on the road tonight. Just out-efforting Boston College to that last basketball off the inbound.
It was Bailey first, and then Hunt's the steal. Here's Aligbe who gets free. 4 points early for Prince Aligbe, the sophomore.
A little bit of Richmond's own medicine there with a good cut off the ball.
Spiders like to work with pace offensively. Quinn backing down post, finds his man, Hunt. 10 to shoot for Richmond. Pull-up jumper, Tyne, no. Richmond has this 9-point lead despite being just 1 of 7 from 3 so far. Post spinning inside, corner 3, Harris, and a foul on the 3. So Claudel Harris will go to the line for 3 as Michael Tyne got a little too aggressive.
Yeah, just barely contact at the top of the release there from Harris. Got him on the left hand, but another look at this last sequence from Richmond as Bailey gets the easy layup, and then BC just kind of not paying attention on the inbound, and it's a free 2 points. And that's the kind of thing that Chris Mooney really is excited about with his team. It's not just the size inside with Neil Quinn, but these kind of jitterbug guards that never seem to run out of energy, as they're reviewing right now whether this is going to be 3 shots or 2 shots for Harris. That right foot very close to the line.
I mean, it almost looks like on that view that his toe is on the line, but it's hard to tell whether the toe is kind of overhanging it because it's not a direct shot down the line.
You mentioned Richmond, though, only 1 of 7 from 3, but they're 8 of 10 from 2. You can see it's going to be 3 shots here.
One more time and
see a little space.
Got that right, yep. So now Harris, who is 6 of 8 from the foul line so far this year. It's a 79% free throw shooter a season ago with Charleston Southern. Really important piece as a transfer coming in for Boston College. We mentioned 2nd team All Big South last year, 2nd in the conference, 17.5 points a game. Went for 10 plus 28 times in 30 games a season ago. So if he can find that consistency, he can be a really reliable scorer game in, game out. 2 of 3 at the line.
And it's not just the scoring, but it also likely brings Boston College a big-time threat from behind the arc. We've seen him hit 1 3 tonight. Hadn't shot the ball incredibly well from 3 in the first 2 games, but he made 66 triples last year.
Fastball to Noyes, comes right back for Walls. It's stolen. Jaden Zachary out front. No, but Harris following up. He didn't have it either, and then commits the foul on the rebound. So a heck of an effort on the steal, but then 0 for 2 at the rim for BC.
Zachary with his 7th steal of the year already, and he couldn't hit the layup. A good hustle recovery in there by King, and then obviously Harris would have liked to have that one back, but you do like the defensive play from BC, but the effort getting back from Richmond as well certainly altered the first shot.
Richmond does not turn the ball over very often. Here's King, got around, 6 to shoot, falling away, fastball inside, and the finish from Isaiah Bigelow. First points for Bigelow at a game-high 17 against Siena on Saturday. Eagles are just 1 of their last 7 from the floor. Trying to find some offense here. Post on the drive, kicks to the corner. It's knocked out off of Bigelow. He's trying to find Prince Aligbe.
Well, Jordan King on the step back here looked like he was going to put one up, but you called it a fastball, and that was correct inside to Bigelow, who's at 12 points a game right now this year after averaging under 8 last season.
And travel called on Post. A ton of turnovers so far. That's just the 2nd on Boston College. We mentioned Richmond's opponents, 18 turnovers so far this year compared to just 7.5 for Richmond as a team. King, a deep three. Got it! Wow, Jordan King from way downtown. And Richmond with its largest lead. And the Spiders create another turnover, which is going to force an Earl Grant timeout. Richmond all over the floor right now. Their largest lead of the game. A Spider infestation inside Conti. Well, quite a start for the Spiders. 26-14 the lead. That last pass was thrown away. Zachary kind of got caught up with Hunt, and then quickly King right off the inbound. Catch and shoot. Richmond does not mind going quick. They want to play with a little bit more pace than they played with last year. That's always been a consistent style under Chris Mooney. With a lot of pressure on the ball, and it's been effective so far. Here's Harris. Quinten Post has a size advantage here, but the double team was there, so it works around Mason. Matson's pull-up jumper is no good. And Jordan King finds the rebound.
Ball just seems to be bouncing the wrong way for Boston College right now. Post was unencumbered under the rim waiting for that rebound, and it just skidded off the rim over his head.
One thing Chris Mooney told us before the game, he said whether as a foul on the shot there, King will go to the line. Post might hit a couple. We'll see what happens. He's obviously a good player, but if we can make him uncomfortable, if we can get him out of his rhythm, then we feel like we have a pretty good opportunity today, and it feels like they've done that so far.
I agree. I mean, Post tonight is 1 of 5 from the floor, and I know it's early in the game, but in the first 2 games of the season, he was 16 for 22. So 2 games and 6 missed shots, and he's missed 40.
Even on that last sequence, he's got a huge size advantage. But Richmond does enough with the double team to still force the pass. And then Boston College ends up missing a shot. So it's a 6-0 run right now for Richmond. 27-14 the score. The Eagles have not scored in the 2+ minutes.
And King is very clearly feeling good about himself tonight. So Boston College has to be aware of that. 2 is somebody who can pull up from really anywhere once he crosses the half-court line.
And by the way, this latest run Richmond has done without Quinn on the floor. Been able to build up to this lead.
It's a good cut there by Post away from the ball, so getting him an easy look when he didn't have to, catch the ball in the post and back down all by himself. And that very quickly is going to bring Quinn right off the bench, like you talked about. He was not in the game for this latest Richmond run, but to be honest, they feel pretty good about Mike Walsh, who was the one who was fouled there. That Siena game, in a small sample size of minutes, 7 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Who does that sound like? A light version of Neil Quinn.
Quinn comes back in here for Walls. That foul went against Quinten Post, his first, and the 6th on Boston College, so Richmond will shoot the rest of the way. 6:36 remaining here in the first half. 28-16 the Richmond lead. Quinn backing down Post. Quinn turns to his right hand, a little bit short, and it hits out of bounds. So possession, or actually, I beg your pardon, called a foul. That's Isaiah Bigelow, his 2nd foul, so Boston College will get possession.
And Chris Mooney was alerted late that Bigelow had 2 fouls, tried to get him out of the game, and didn't send the sub to the scorers table quick enough.
Richmond is led by as much as 14 points in this first half. Post goes to work, got Quinn up in the air, and Post on the drive, little short, but McLaughlin on the follow. 4 for Devin McLaughlin.
McLaughlin is a guy who relentlessly attacks offensive rebounds, and Bigelow, who has the 2 fouls, is the one guarding him there and just didn't really block him out.
Pull-up jumper for Roach, no good. Long rebound for Jaden Zachary. And Zachary pulls away with 3 defenders there. Skip past Madsen, passes the 3. Madsen drives. Mason is going to the line. They called the block.
When Quinten Post drives to the basket, or Madsen, I should say, creates the foul. One of the new rules this year in college basketball, point of emphasis. So you see Post unable to finish and McLaughlin getting the offensive rebound, but that new rule is that unless the defender is 100% set, when the offensive player goes airborne, it is a block no matter what. So you're going to see more blocks this year, and I think offensive players, as they get adjusted to the new officiating of the rule, will be able to take advantage that, you know, if a defender's moving at all, just go airborne. If there's contact, you're shooting free throws.
Nice little response here for Boston College with an 8 after 2 free throws from Madsen. Bailey pulls away for Quinn. He's got McLaughlin on him here. Post switched on to Bailey. 10 to shoot for Richmond. Hunt drives the lane. Hunt inside, blocked by Post. And then got pushed at the end of it. Post takes a hard fall, and Neil Quinn is called for the foul. Post got caught over Hunt.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how the foul's on Quinn. I would think it should be on Hunt for the kind of tabletop maneuver there.
You can kind of see Quinn's arm was on Post, but from that look, it didn't necessarily look like it was Quinn pushing that forced Post to fall. It was the fact that Hunt was there, as we talked about.
Well, either way, what a renewed sense of energy and effort from Boston College after Earl Grant took that timeout, clearly unhappy with his team, turning the basketball over twice after made Richmond hoops on inbounds passes. And they've come out of that break, and I mean, they have gotten after every single dribble of the ball from the Spiders on one end of the floor and really done a good job attacking the rim and attacking the offensive boards on the other end.
8 points in a row for Boston College, back to a 6-point game with 5 minutes to go here in the first half. King got around the screen. King pull-up jumper, in and out. And a rebound to Madsen, and suddenly Richmond has gone quiet. 0 of their last 5 from the floor. Madsen got up in the air, has to skip it across. Harris travel.
Surprising to see a guy who made 66 threes last year pass up the open 3 from the corner, and maybe just a little too much thinking and took the steps before putting the ball on the deck.
Richmond led this game 28-14. 7:11 remaining in the first half. 6 right now. Roach for 3. That's off. 6 in a row have not fallen from Richmond from the floor.
And the quality of shot has fallen off a cliff for Richmond over the last couple minutes. Those back cuts, those easy layups in the rim have been gone since the last media break.
Madsen comes across, got his man in the air. Mason off the mark from 3. Certainly a shot you're okay with if you're Boston College. Here's Quinn way out. You'll give him that one. He missed. So Quinn has been stuck on 9 points for a while now after he had 9 in the first 4 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, even though he was 4-4 from the floor, I think the BC scouting report probably says let him take that shot.
Post for 3. Got it. 10 for Post. And 11-0 Boston College run has brought it to 3. Hunt with the pass across to Quinn. McLaughlin on Bailey. 12 to shoot for the Spiders. Quinn one-on-one with Post. Kick out Hunt. Comes inside. 4 to shoot. Floater no. Quinn got the rebound. 3-point chance off the mark from Bailey. Inside for Madsen, and Almost got bailed out there with a foul on a pass that looked like it was a bit high. But what a run here for Boston College. Post is up to 10 points, and BC has scored 11 in a row.
Students.
Change from the last time that we stepped aside to break, an 11-0 Boston College run. It started inside, and then Post finds himself a big three.
I mean, every time Quinten Post gets a touch, it feels like good things happen for Boston College, whether it's attacking the rim and creating scoring opportunities for a teammate, stepping out, knocking down a three. And these 2 7-footers that we highlighted coming into the game, 10 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists for Post, 9 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists for Quinn.
So Mason Madsen at the free throw line. Remember, Boston College is in the bonus. So Madsen makes the front end of the 1-and-1. What a response here. Richmond has not scored in the last 4 minutes and 30 seconds. Boston College has brought this game back to 28-27. Here's Hunt, got matched up with Post. Quinn now inside. Neil Quinn trying to find somewhere to go. Falling away, didn't get it. And Madsen has the rebound.
It's great defense without fouling by Quinten Post. I mean, there's a lot of head fakes and pivots in there from Quinn, and Post just didn't go for any of them. Good contest on the shot.
Nearly turned over. Aligbe tried to get his hand in there, but it was indeed. And here is King on the run. Jordan King trying to snap this drought. Got Aligbe up in the air. King kept his feet. And back inside for Quinn. Right hand. Got the roll that time. So Neil Quinn is in double figures. Got a piece of it on the entrance pass for Post.
These two have been going at it all night, and it's not going to change once we get to the second half. Look at all these moves. 1, 2, 3. And a great contest. And Boston College able to come up with the rebound.
Every possession, it's gone through Quinten Post. Here's Madsen. 2 to shoot, got to get it off and travel. This is a 6th turnover on Boston College in this first half.
One thing you'll notice about Richmond is Quinn's on the bench again here. At least through the first 2 games, nobody plays an exorbitant amount of minutes, right? Delani Hunt's at 30, that's the most, but everyone else is around somewhere between 15 and 23. Quinn's right about at 20.
Noyes trying to find something and does with a double team there. 5 points for Aiden Noyes. And Richmond has reestablished a 5-point lead. That is turned over. Great read on the pass by Tyler Harris. Just into the game for the first time. Noyes with the offensive rebound and put back. New season high, 7 points for Noyes.
Give Richmond a lot of credit. They had built up the big lead, seen it all evaporate. And you see that turnover number, 11 points off turnovers from Richmond.
Zachary inside, no. Put back, Post, no. Rebound still available. Post finds it. And did he get a timeout? No signal yet from Lee Cassell, our referee. And now it looks like Boston College was granted a timeout. So Post did a good job to find it. We'll step aside for 30 seconds with 18.2 to go in the first.
Students of any age, from anywhere, using our technology to power different ways of learning. So when minds grow, opportunities follow.
Geico makes car insurance easy.
Enjoy your flight.
You too.
As easy as saying the wrong thing.
Dad, why would you say that?
Why would you say that? Are we leaving or?
I thought I knew you.
With an app that puts your policy in your pocket, it's easy to Geico.
It's not how airports work, man.
Richmond's going right. They're creating turnovers, and that's what kind of gets them back into this game a little bit.
Yeah, great job by Tyler Harris. Steps in the passing lane, goes right to the rim, and Noyes has the putback. And it's back to a 7-point lead for Richmond. You talk about little things in a basketball game, Eric, and this is very hard to nitpick, but that last little sequence there, right? Post goes down to the ground, calls the timeout. BC had the possession arrow and had already taken a timeout in this first half, so I know you want to preserve the ball, but obviously you lose a timeout there and would have had the ball anyway.
So timer off, and the Eagles can play for a last shot. Do at least get the opportunity to draw something up here in a big spot. Zachary on the drive, got inside, was blocked. Sends it right back out. Here's Hand for three. At the horn, he got it. You remember Donald Hand hitting the three at the horn to bring Boston College back within 4. Post inside. Zachary goes up a couple of times. There's his first points.
That's what good coaches do, right? One of your stars didn't have a good half, get him the basketball immediately. Goes right to the rim, good up fake, and back to a 2-point game.
So a lot early went through Quinn. Then some of the cuts, as we talked about. Here's Noyes, and that is way off from 3.
Well, as much as that shot was not aesthetically appealing, Noyes had a very good first half. He certainly impacted the game, and he was a plus 14 in 10 minutes and 44 seconds on the floor.
Quinten Post to answer. That's too strong from 3. Got his own rebound, though. Kept it alive. That Post ties the game.
Well, if you're Richmond, you can't let any of that happen. A 3-point shooter getting his own rebound and a 7-footer going right to the rim with no one getting in his way. And that's what Quinten Post can do for you.
Quinn tried to spin back to his left against Post. Quinn goes up, got the roll.
Such a delicate touch. I mean, he's getting the bounce on the road like it's his home gym tonight. It feels like these two have taken this matchup a little personally and both played really well.
Zachary blocked out of bounds off of Quinn.
So Post gets his own rebound and then just comes right down Main Street. Might have been aided by losing the ball, but gets the layup. And then on the other end, Quinn showing that footwork again, able to extend the lead back to 2 for Richmond.
Obviously, when Post comes out to take the 3, Quinn comes out with him, so Quinn's not underneath for that rebound try. Here's Prince Aligbe backing down Noyes. Aligbe right to the rim. And Boston College once again draws even.
There's a size and strength advantage for Boston College everywhere except the center position, where Post and Quinn are pretty much even. And they're starting to take advantage of it, whether it was Zachary or Aligbe. That's 2 times just taking Richmond players into the post and scoring on them.
King trying to find room. Good defense from Zachary all the way. And off to Lonnie Hunt. 6 to shoot. Left hand blocked. Quinn Post again. Waddell Harris on the run. Stops, pops, in and out. Bidding for the Eagles' first lead since 3-2. Quinn walks in on the ISO. Left hand, good. Neil Quinn with 15 points.
Gave a big yell over to his bench after making that one as well. Again, I mean, we've said it a bunch of times, he's a guy who can score, but between Richmond and his time at Lafayette, he's never scored more than 10.5 points per game.
Waddell Harris for 3. That was halfway down. And then a foul on the rebound. I believe it goes against Neil Quinn. That's the second foul against Quinn.
How about Zachary staying with a couple up fakes there, and Harris fighting hard under screens. This is the defense that Boston College needs to get back in the game. Post finished it off with the block there.
Skip pass for Harris. Sets up Aligbe. 3-ball, good! And for the first time since the 1838 mark of the first half, Boston College leads.
First 3 of the year there for Aligbe. The sophomore steps out, knocks it down.
Zachary called for the foul against King. That's the second on Jade.
Pretty sweet stuff from Prince from Minneapolis, huh? Steps out, knocks down the triple. And Boston College leads for the first time since very early in the basketball game.
On who you would naturally think of as a three-point shooter, but a good look. Boston College 4 of 11 from 3 today. Not a ton of attempts, but they've made enough. Hunt. Got the pass away to Bigelow. That is much too strong. Out of bounds, going to BC.
Man, what a job Quinten Post has done tonight defending without fouling. Had foul trouble in the game against the Citadel. Caused BC some issues in the first half in that game, right? They were trailing at halftime before exploding and shooting 60% as a team in the second half. But Post has had to deal with a lot of fakes from different players in there, and he's done great.
Lob for Aligbe. He was fouled. Bigelow with his third foul on a pass that may have been out of reach anyway. So Boston College has taken the lead back, 39-38 BC.
Over the past 2 years,
A couple of members of the Boston College men's hockey team ranked 4th in the nation. Back home on Friday night to take on UConn. That's the 8th overall pick and the 4th overall pick. On the left side of your screens there, back-to-back in the most recent National Hockey League draft. Ryan Leonard, Will Smith. There is Prince Aligbe, who gave the Eagles the lead a couple of moments ago from 3. Now at the foul line. Prince is 0 for 1 at the line so far this year. Eagles have found a way to make some shots here, but it feels once again, and it's no surprise with an Earl Grant team, that they have done a better job defending this Richmond offense, which has propelled them back into position to have the 2-point lead.
And one of the big curiosities entering the night was with the offensive dominance from both these two teams in the first 2 games of the year come into this game, right? BC averaging 82 points a game, Richmond 91.5, both teams shooting over 51% from the floor. Well, we're on pace for a game total of way under that, and both teams are in the low 40s or high 30s shooting from the floor, so it's much more of a defensive game.
That certainly suits Boston College. Here's Roach for 3. That short, got his own rebound, pull-up jumper is off as well. Boy, Richmond, again, as we talked about, from 3, they came in, not just the fact that they were shooting 42%, but they were averaging 11.5 made threes per game. So far today, just 2 of 12. Good job by Aligbe to whack the rebound out to Harris. And McLaughlin's pull-up is a little short.
I don't feel like the low shooting percentages, though, are really a reflection of quality of shot. I think for the most part, both teams have gotten pretty good looks throughout the night.
Nice back cut. That's the first one that Richmond's been able to pull off in a while. Delaney Hunt, the senior. And a whistle here as Hunt stumbled a little bit at the end of that play, so the officials call for time.
You called it a Princeton offense plus. And the reason for that is, for the most part, Pete Carrill didn't have the athletes that Chris Mooney has. I mean, these guys, when they're running it right, it is pretty impressive to watch and just as hard to stop.
Mason Madsen's back in for Boston College. Michael Tyne back in for Richmond. Post on the drive. Oh, quick post! Eyes wide, saw the lane and took off.
It's a poster.
Tried the back cut to Walls. Post fighting for it. It's a jump ball. It would keep possession here.
Look at that. I mean, Post clearly could have taken the 3. He was pretty open, but goes right at Mike Walls and throws it down. Crowd erupts. Feels like Richmond just teetering a little bit right now. Boston College, as a team, is playing about as well as it has the whole night.
Well, you can see what they're trying to do. This will stay here. They're trying to go back to those back cuts, which worked so well earlier in the game. And of course, is their bread and butter. One of them worked, but otherwise, the Eagles have done a pretty good job defending it here in this second half. King gets it off with 3, not there. Aligbe comes flying in for the rebound. It's 5 points for Prince Aligbe. Madsen drives to the corner for Hands. Right back to Madsen. Got the 3.
Chris Mooney's going to let his team play right now, but wouldn't be shocked if he took a timeout soon because Boston College has absolutely seized the momentum.
Largest lead of the game for BC at 6. Taken away by Madsen, forcing the held ball. Possession of Boston College.
Think about a guy who can bring a spark and energy to your team. It's Mason Madsen. See, he makes the initial pass, establishes himself in the corner, gets the open 3 on the other end, just goes up and rips that ball away from Neil Quinn. And on the possession error on the tie-up, it's Boston College ball, but just never-ending effort from the senior out of Rochester, Minnesota.
Yeah, Earl Grant was arguing for a clean steal. Didn't end up mattering, as you said, because of the possession. So the Eagles are back on it in a 6-point lead. Handoff Madsen, slips inside, got the 7-footer on him. So off for Zachary. 6 to shoot McLaughlin. Pass comes inside, bounces around Zachary. Got to get it off with 2. Jaden, it's in and out. Put back no from Aligbe.
Earl Grant's giving Quinten Post a rest here. First time all game.
Nice cut for Quinn, and he is fouled by McLaughlin. So Quinten Post, who plays quite a bit. But if you can get through, and whether you're building a lead, whether you're holding this lead with him out and allow him to be fresh for the stretch run, obviously so crucial.
I should correct myself. He sat for 15 seconds in the first half, and this is his first break of the second. Earl Grant probably going to try and get him to the media timeout, the under 12. So for BC, can you hold around this 6-point lead before you can get your All-ACC big man back on the floor?
Quinn is 1 of 3 at the line today. 6 of 9 for the season. 1 of 2 here. 16 for Quinn, 14 for Post of the 2 7-footers. And the Eagles' lead is 5. Aligbe got the size advantage, but a good job following it up from Quinn, who made the block.
Came out of nowhere. Looked like that was going to be an easy layup, and Quinn read the play, sprinted across the court, forced the miss.
Lonnie Hunt comes back inside for Quinn. Got the size advantage with no post. Another chance. Quinn, right hand. Got it. Had a little bit of space against McLaughlin. Used it to his advantage. And Richmond back within 3.
Just a teardrop as it falls on that rim.
Chaz Kelly, pull-up jumper, no good.
So the lead was 46-40 when Post went to the bench. It's now 46-43, and Richmond a chance to cut into it even more.
Next whistle is the media window, but Richmond on possession. Thrown away. A rare mistake from the excellent passing big man. And Boston College with a 3-point lead to the break.
They say Rome wasn't built.
Richmond in this non-conference Wednesday night matchup here from Conti Forum. A game that saw Richmond get off to a big lead, led by as much as 14 points. With 7:11 to go in the first, the Eagles went on a 12-0 run, a 13-0 run of their own, I should say. Back and forth we've gone since then. Eagles in the lead now. Devin McLaughlin gets free and has 6.
Just a design play out of the timeout by Earl Grant. And McLaughlin 6'7", 230. Jai Bailey is 6'5", 195, guarding him. No contest.
Quinn with Post back in there for Boston College. Up and under, good. 20 points from Neil Quinn.
Career high is 24 for Quinn. So this is about as good of a night as he's had scoring, whether it's in Richmond or Lafayette or anywhere since he's been a student athlete.
Foul called away from the ball, and if that's McLaughlin, it's 3.
Look at the way he goes baseline and uses the rim to protect the basketball. Post just has to hold up a little bit so as not to hit his hand on the rim or put it through the rim for goaltending. That allows Quinn room for the lay-in.
Devin threw me off, put his head down. I thought it was on him, but it was against Richmond and Jai Bailey. That is his first foul. Post got the cut. Little page out of the Richmond playbook for Mason Madsen.
It's 9 huge points in the game for Mason Madsen.
As his season high. Quinn backing down Post again. And a lot of chances here late. Got it right back, spins around Post. Quinn goes up and blocked. McLaughlin came in and helped on the defense. And now Madsen with some pressure. Got rid of it to Donald Hand, who's a little short.
One guy we really have not heard from in the second half is Jordan King. Had that 10-point spurt kind of all by himself in the first, but nothing since.
The 7-footers once again. Kick out Hunt. Got the 3. Delani Hunt brings Richmond back within 2. Third assist from Neil Quinn in a big spot. And he finds the senior transfer. And Richmond back within 2. Rare off night for Sean McDonough in the house today. Just voice of the NHL, just a couple of seats away from a couple of future NHLers from this Boston College men's hockey team in the house tonight. All watching the Eagles, who are out to a 2-point lead right now. 9:45 remaining. Break the initial press from Richmond. Mason Madsen brings it across. And off Zachary. Finds Madsen. Zachary got it back, driving against Quinn. Into a couple of towers there and draws the foul.
Zachary got that quick basket to start the second half. Those are still his only 2 points of the game. Goes right into Quinn here. No fear of the shot blocker. He earns himself a pair of free throws. Remember, Richmond got in the bonus, or in the penalty, I should say, pretty quickly in that first half. And that helped Boston College stay in the game, right? They shot a lot of free throws. And Zachary, a guy who's getting to the line more and more this year, you saw there, percentage of his points coming from 3 is quite a bit less as he plays as a junior at Boston College than when he first got here.
Now, some of that has to do with he's playing, not that he wasn't playing kind of a co-point last year with Makai Ashton Langford, but playing more point this year, so that leads to definitely a few more 3s. But Earl Grant said, I'm okay if he's taking a little more. I'm okay with him taking just this many, whatever he feels comfortable with. But when he gets to the line is when he's really effective. And by the way, most importantly, that was the 3rd foul on Neil Quinn. Jumper for King, no good. King still looking for his first points in this second half. Post step back triple, good. Post, his second three-pointer of the night.
When your 7-footer is shooting over 50% from three, that is really scary for opponents.
Wasn't even that much space there, but got it off. Walls to answer. He does. Mike Walls, the sophomore, at 6'11", with his first points.
He is a 100% three-point shooter for his career, coming in at 1 for 1. And today he's 2 for 3. But you felt like Richmond really needed that basket, right? It was Boston College's largest lead of the game. Post steps out, a little bit of room, and pure on the triple. But a big answer on the other end for a sophomore who's going up against a grad student tonight and has certainly held his own for a good portion of the game. Posted 17 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists, though.
Right off the inbound, Madsen short from 3. Walls, not enough for the rebound. Comes down to Jai Bailey. Hunt, a little bit short. And then a whistle. They got a held ball on the rebound, which will keep possession here. Which brings us to a timeout on the floor. 55-51. Boston College leads with 7:57 to go. Well, it has been a battle of 7-footers tonight. Quinten Post and Neil Quinn, and you see their numbers. Post, remember, it was a little bit of a slow start. Quinn, it was a blistering start, but they have both found their points tonight. Been the focal point of these two offenses.
And Chris Mooney trying to steal some more minutes with Quinn on the bench here, and his team down by 4, hanging right in this thing.
Remember, he picked up his 3rd foul just a few moments ago before the media timeout. Left hand, Harris, bounces around to Post, who picks up his 10th rebound. Gives him another double-double, his 2nd of the year and 6th of his career.
17, 10, and 5.
You see maybe a little bit sped up there offensively.
You know, one thing that's worth noting, for better or worse, is that Richmond has not been in a game like this yet. Boston College was in a game like this down at the Citadel last week. Richmond beat VMI in the opener by 18 and then blew out Siena by 42, so they've not been in a close game late yet.
And first road game, obviously, with this group. We mentioned a lot of new faces, 8 of them for this Richmond team. That was too many steps.
I think Harris's argument is that the pass was deflected, so even though his feet were moving, he didn't really have control of the basketball. But it's a Richmond turnover. Only the 4th of the game, though, for the Spiders, but 3 of those have been since halftime.
Yeah, they really do not turn the ball over, and they're really good at creating them. Nearly created another, but it's right back to Post. That was something. Zachary got a piece, but Hunt got it right back. Hunt slips inside, got King. King has to get rid of it, 13 to shoot. Pass ball, Hand got a piece of it, then it's thrown around to Hunt. 3 ball is a little short, and Donald Hand has the rebound. So for the 2nd game in a row, Donald Hand is out there in this big moment, 6:19 to go, with his team up by 4.
Earl Grant told his team to slow it down here. BC has not scored in almost 2.5 minutes. Richmond has not scored in more than 2 minutes.
To the corner for Hand. Not there this time from 3. It's rebound number 6 for Quinn, and King is blocked. Jaden Zachary.
I think Jaden Zachary has a chance to be an all-ACC defensive team member this year. Swats the shot there. He can also take the basketball away from you with the best of them. 4th in the ACC in steals per game last season.
Foul on McLaughlin on the inbounds. That's his 3rd. 5:56 to go. He'll stay out there. much lower scoring game than not just that Richmond's played this year, but frankly that both teams has played to this point this year. Quinn against Post again, right hand, Quinn, that was off. And BC finds the rebound. 7 boards from McLaughlin. Harris, jumper, got it!
Well, there's that guy that was second in the Big South last year in scoring, as Aligbe commits the foul, just his first. But, you know, I've thought at times tonight Harris has been a little bit hesitant to shoot, and this time he just says, I got the big man on me, that's an advantage. Crossover, step back, swish, and the lead back up to 7.
Harris, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 of 5 from the floor with 8 points. And this is staying here with Richmond. Zachary was in there, Harris as well, all tied up with Jordan King right in front of the students. Quinn takes the 3, in and out. Not a bad look, but still probably not necessarily the look Richmond wants there.
Took 11 threes all season last year, so not really his game.
Post drives, got a triple team, sets up the 3, which is too strong from Harris. So 3 collapsed on Post, that's what you want. That's how you want the offense to work if you're Boston College. Shot just didn't go down. Bigelow back for Quinn. Richmond's leader with 20. Quinn inside is fouled. It's kind of amazing, these two, the way that they've gone after each other, that's just the 2nd foul on Post. He's done a really good job staying out of foul trouble after he got in it early against the Citadel.
And if you ask him, that wasn't even a foul. Pretty good defense, but call goes the other way. And big free throws here for Quinn, who struggled a little at the line in the game, just 2 for 4. Richmond down by 7 with this amount of time left, cannot afford to leave points on the table.
That ties a Richmond high 21 points for Neil Quinn. Richmond 6 of 9 from the line tonight. 1 of 2, so now 6 of 10. BC's done a good job keeping Richmond off the line.
In the first 2 games of the year, Richmond was averaging 17 free throw makes a game, and their opponents just 6.5, so that's a huge difference tonight.
McLaughlin inside, stopped at the rim by Quinn. Rebound, Aligbe found it, right back up and is fouled. What a job by Aligbe in traffic inside to find that rebound.
Just would not be denied. Quinn, a great block, but Aligbe gets the loose ball. Boston College has been great on the boards in the game. They're plus 10 now, rebounding here against Richmond. And Aligbe earns his team 2 free throws. And that was the 4th foul on Isaiah Bigelow.
Very similar situation to what we saw in the first half, where Richmond has gotten a little bit cold offensively. They have not made a shot from the floor in the last 4 minutes. Counts anyway. Boston College has certainly not pulled away by any means, but slowly but surely built this lead. They are outscoring Richmond 29-18 in this second half.
Kind of held them at arm's length for a while now. Not a blowout or anything like that, but up 6-7 for quite a bit of this second half, and now the largest lead of the game at 8.
Turned over, Harris got it! Double figures now, back-to-back games for MJ Harris. It's a 10-point BC lead. That's going to be the 4th foul on Devin McLaughlin as Richmond runs the baseline and brings us to a timeout on the floor. Boston College aggressive defensively. Harris with the turnover, and BC with its first double-digit lead. Guys take care of business in a couple of huge moments here. Prince Aligbe, that 3, which gave Boston College a lead. This was Donald Hamm at the buzzer, remember, at the end of the first half, cut it to a 4-point game. And then how about MJ Harris just moments ago?
Yeah, 10 points now for Harris, and he's looking more and more comfortable by the day in a Boston College uniform. A big-time scorer at Charleston Southern, taking that step up to the ACC. And he's going to be huge for Oak Grant Company this year.
Roach 3-ball, that's way off. Madsen got out quickly and defended well. And Boston College with a 10-point lead.
Not sure that's the shot Chris Mooney wanted out of that timeout.
Post backing down Quinten Post, right hand off, rebound. Almost slipped around and went from Aligbe. Bailey inside, right hand good.
First field goal in more than 5 minutes for Richmond. A team that came into the game averaging 91.5 points per game has gone through some significant offensive dry spells tonight.
You talked about Boston College. Mention the way they want to play, the pace they want to play at. But you don't expect to hold a team averaging 90 plus to 54. Aligbe's had himself a nice day. He is 1 point shy of a career high. He has 15.
And this has been Boston College's best rebounding game of the year. Plus 12 on the glass and second chance points, 18 of them. Richmond only has 3.
Jordan King has just not been able to find it in this second half. He is still scoreless after scoring 10 in the first.
Well, outside of Quinten, 9 of 15 from the floor. It's been a pretty inefficient game from everybody else. King is 3 for 11. Hunt's 3 for 9. Roach is 0 for 6. So some guys that Richmond usually relies on for some points have just not had their best nights. And look, I know it is that first game on the road for this unit.
Roach for 3 is good. So Jason Roach with his first points of the game, not done yet with 2:04 to go.
But it's not like these are freshmen. These are guys who've played a lot of college basketball, a lot of road games. So not sure the environment is the issue. It's just a night where maybe you regress to the mean a little bit after shooting the lights out the first 80 minutes of the season you play.
7 to shoot, Post. Quinten, oh, lost the handle on it. I think Quinn came in and got a piece. Huge possession here. Back cut, got it. Jai Bailey with 6 points, and all of a sudden, this is back to a 5-point game. 64-59, Boston College trying to hang on. We'll step aside for 30 seconds.
I'm not infallible, but my makeup is.
New Infallible Matte Resistance Liquid Lipstick by L'Oreal Paris. Transfer resistant, lightweight feel, up to 16 hours long lasting.
It makes me feel infallible. You're worth it.
Ever since I tried Hidden Valley Ranch, I finally found what I've been looking for.
Oh my gosh.
I know. How is this stuff so good?
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Only serious about flavor.
So Richmond with a couple of baskets in a row there cuts it to 5 and makes this a game with 1:29 left.
Yeah, and it's that back cut again that gets Richmond a basket. Boston College has done a really good job for the most part defending it in the second half, but when Richmond really needs 2 points, that is usually what Chris Mooney draws up. The thing about those, though, is that if it works, it results in a wide open layup. So it looks really bad. It's not like where you make a small mistake on somewhere else, you know, on the floor, and you end up just giving up kind of open jump shot. but I think Boston College has really, for the most part, done a good job after the first 5 or so minutes of the game of preventing Richmond those easy looks under the rim.
Did it a lot early. It's been the go-to when they've needed it. And found one there. So 64-59. Mason Madsen will inbound underneath. Richmond traps a bit. Eagles get it across, no problem. Big possession, 1:22 to go in a 2-score game. Eagles can run it down to about 1 minute to go. Madsen stops, pops, no, off back iron. 5 points in a row for Richmond. Fall away 3, Roach is a little short. Eagles get the rebound. Next foul will put both teams in the bonus.
I think you have to give it here if you're Richmond.
I mean, BC can run this down. There's 20 seconds left. A 2-score game. Zachary spins away from King, got open and got it! And that feels like the dagger. Now, with a tie-up with Madsen getting caught.
Well, I was with you, Eric. I mean, as we look at this foul again on Madsen, that'll send Bailey to the line for 1-and-1, but BC's able to run it all the way down to a little more than 20 seconds and extend the lead to 7, especially when it's 1-and-1. I have a hard time seeing how you don't foul if you're Richmond on that last Boston College possession to extend the game.
Let's see, Jai Bailey got the front end. 7 points for Bailey, the senior from Wilson, North Carolina.
Only 1 timeout left for Richmond.
Roach comes out here. Aiden Noyes comes in for this inbound for Boston College. Post trap, long pass McLaughlin. To the corner, he got fouled before the pass. So Devin McLaughlin will go to the line. By the way, that's Bigelow who had to commit the foul, and it's his 5th.
Well, at this point, with only 15 seconds left, you're right, he had to commit it. You couldn't be choosy really about who you fouled or who committed the foul. It'll be McLaughlin, who's only taken 1 free throw all year, but was a good free throw shooter last year.
78% a year ago for Devin McLaughlin, the redshirt sophomore, who's played a while here with 4 fouls. Another important role, 6 points, but 8 rebounds tonight. That falls in. Eagles with 3 guys with 8+ rebounds. McLaughlin with 8, and Post and Aligbe with 10.
And destroyed him on the boards, plus 13.
Got 2. Big free throws for McLaughlin. 10 seconds, Richmond's gotta go. Nearly a backcourt on Hunt, just 5 seconds to go. It's taken away by Harris. Roach got it back, not gonna matter though. Boston College holds on, 68-61 the final.